Very good.
I'm actually glad to hear that from yourself.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think it's good that we connect
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
just to get to know each other a little bit, and then
This is actually a great start point because although you've been assigned to me, I wasn't able to communicate with you because we haven't been able to have a meeting.
right. Yeah, for sure.
But and it's great to do the connection because although you are actually taking the nano degree on your own personal time, sometimes it's good. Like let's say if we have someone confused, maybe you confused, or maybe you don't understand what to do. That's why we mentor. We are here because we are open to give you the help you need.
Right. Yeah, for
And
sure.
I would like to know something about yourself. Tell me a little bit about you, and tell me a little bit about why you choose the nano degree, and what is the future? What you expect to have in the future?
Yeah, yeah. For me, so right now, like I'm working full time at Deloitte as a technology consultant.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I've been at Deloitte for almost 4 years now. But yeah, for me, I've always been really interested in making Android apps, but just didn't get the time to do it. But this time, I'm like, okay, I need to take this big step. I have to do this course because I really want to learn, and I don't just want to learn like by Googling. I want to learn all the best practices, like, and then this course I found. I mean, this is like the Google employees themselves are like teaching here. So it's like you'll be learning all the best practices from here. So that's why I decided to take this course
Wow.
so that I can start my foundations very strong. Um, so yeah, so I've been very interested in Android application development, and eventually, like if once I finish this, maybe make a few apps of myself, and then like ideally in the future, if I can start a career in Android app development, that's what I'm aiming for.
Wow. And I definitely believe you can accomplish all of this because trust me, I took this nano degree, and when I took it, I was doing full-time classes at college, and I was working as a construction worker.
Okay.
And yes, I was actually doing a major in computer science, and like almost for me graduating the college, I finished the nano degree, and I did my capstone project. From there, I actually also have did get a professional job as a software developer in the IBM. So
Okay.
I
Nice.
started on June of 2019.
June this year. Okay. Okay.
Yes, and I pretty much have 4 months working as a professional developer. And to be honest with you, the skills that I actually gained from this nano degree has helped me apply my personal programming skills in the job force. So
Hmm. Nice.
I definitely recommend you to keep working hard as you are actually been doing. And
Yeah.
if you have any question, just hop on and say, Louis, all right, this is where my roadblock is. I would like to try to jump and maybe find a solution to this problem.
Yeah, for sure. Like yesterday, I was doing my assignment. So right now, I'm really behind because I was getting a really hard time because of my work. Because there's
Yes,
so much work, and I'm working full time, and like work sometimes days work on the weekends, and like most of the days you're staying so late. And then my family was here as well, so I was having a hard time. So I think I'm almost 3 months behind in the course, but I want to finish the course before mid-December.
yes,
So now I'm trying to like make time every single day, like not just the weekends, but even during weekdays. See
yes,
whatever time I can find, because I'm getting married in December.
yes. Oh,
So
you getting married?
I
Oh,
am, yes.
congratulations, Taimoor. Oh, this is great. Oh, this
Thank
is
you,
great. This is
thank
great.
you.
Like one thing that I have learned is that we never like it's always the family come first. You understand? Although you
Yeah,
have all of this tasks to be completed, you know, your
right.
family come first. So
Yeah,
you made
exactly.
this big move, and you're doing this big project. So everything is gonna lie in the future you want. You understand? So you will
Right.
get
Yeah.
there. You will get there. You put in the time. You're doing great. You already completed the project number two, and now you're working in the baking app, right?
Yeah. No. So right now I'm working on the. It's a third app. So it's the stage two of movie. The movie.
Okay.
The popular movies. I mean, stage two.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So,
This is my third. Yeah. So I have, I think, after this, 7 more projects to go.
yes.
Yeah. So, but I want trying to finish everything by mid-December. So
Yes.
I'll be
Okay.
striving for that.
That sounds great. That sounds great, Taimoor. And I'm
Yeah.
sure you're gonna get there, and I'm sure you're gonna complete all your projects. You've been doing great, and right now you're in stage two of popular movies, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
almost done because I don't know if you already work with the detail activity to show the movie's information with respect to the trailers.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. So right now, so yesterday I was stuck because something was, I don't know what, somehow. So for the trailers, what I was trying to do was, so I had the um, constrained layout. I
Yes.
had inside a scroll view, and then in within that I had like all the other things like movie information, so the movie poster, the movie rating, and then underneath that for the trailers I was thinking of having adding another recycler view so that I can
Yes.
show movie trailers, and then underneath another recycler view to show the reviews.
Mm-hmm.
All that within it. But then I don't know why, but that recycle view was not showing at all. So the the adapter for the recycler view was not even getting called.
Okay.
So so yesterday I spent like almost 2 hours trying to Google that, like figure things out.
Yes.
So apparently it's like if you have a scroll view, you cannot put another recycle view within a scroll view.
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay.
that was news to me. And
Yes.
then I tried to put uh, something called nested scroll view. Change the scroll view into a nested scroll view, and then tried out different things. And then somehow I don't know what I tweaked. I didn't I don't know what I tweaked, but somehow it started working.
Wow.
Now it's working.
This is
So
great.
so
This is great.
no. So the sad thing is that I'm not sure exactly what was missing, which made it work. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand that. But
Okay.
so yesterday, so remember, so in the spreadsheet that you said, I added this question that it's not working. But then
Yes.
later on, I figured it out. Then I modified
Yes.
it, and then I said that now it's working.
Yes, I saw that the specific comment, and I updated the spreadsheet today, and I say, wow, this is great
Oh,
because
okay.
yes. So basically, I will give you one of the maybe documentation and things that I know. Let's say
Mhm.
if you work with a constraint layout and you set all the specific XML objects, component objects.
Right.
Let's say you have a specific image view, and maybe under that you have a recycle view. But
Mhm.
all of that specific XML attributes are within the constraint layout. So
Right.
if you want something to scroll, you can put a scroll view out as the padding of the constraint layout.
It is apparent
Okay, perfect.
outside. Yeah.
And that won't have any problem with the recycle view being able to show. But you did a great move using the nested scroll. And if you use all the attributes, you can specify objects to be fixed or parallel axis scrolling. And this is coming with respect to the Android material design. And this is something you will get more in deep in details as
Oh, okay.
the course keep going. Yes, you will
Mhm.
become a master in this, and I'm sure you're gonna do great. So I mean, I didn't know about this till I studied them.
Yeah, and then I had to set one of the recycle view properties called set nested scroll enabling to false, because I don't want two different scrolls, right? I just want one main scroll. I just
Amazing.
wanted the recycler view to be static, not scrollable. So I did that. Maybe it's possible that setting that to false made it work. I don't know, because before
Mm-hmm.
the adapter, so basically the um, on create view holder, the on bind view holder, the get item count
Yes.
for the recycler view were not even getting called. And
Oh.
I was going crazy yesterday that why they're not even getting called. Like everything is there. I am initializing the like everything like just the way it needs to be initialized. So
Yes.
like setting the layout manager, setting the adapter, all of that set. I don't know why it wasn't showing up, but somehow it's working. So I'm gonna use the same way for my reviews as well to make it work.
Wow. But this is great, and I'm glad that it's working now, and
Yeah.
and I'm sure like.
But what do you think could be alternatives to let's say, so I want to show the trailers in the same screen. I want to show all the trailers, populate all the trailers, populate all the reviews.
Okay.
Do you think there are any alternatives to using a recyclable? Are there
Yes,
any other ways?
yes, you can actually make that work. For instance, one thing that I can say, let's say you already have your specific list view, or let's say a recycle view with layer orientation layers to be of two columns, right? This is going to be actually containing the adapter of the movie's information. So when one of the user click in this movie item, you will actually open another activity, and
Right.
this activity is going to be actually calling the detail activity layout, right?
Right, exactly.
So let's say in the detail activity layout, you will have a constraint layout. And in the constraint layout, you will have the movie title, the movie image, one recycle view to specify the movie trailers, and another recycle view to specify the movie details comments, right? So let's say that you already have constructed this constraint layout, and you have all of these attributes. Now what is left to do is that after you have constructed this specific constraint layout, it's great that you make you put this constraint layout inside a scroll layout. Right. So everything is gonna be scrollable. So another thing that is gonna make sense is that if you are scrolling up and down with the scroll layout, it's great that you make your recycle view scroll from left to right. You understand? So that you don't have two things scrolling to the same orientation.
Okay.
You can accomplish that, and it will work as well.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's very nice. Is there a way? So before I was thinking, is there a way to have like in Android, like to have a drop down? So for example, I have trailers. I click on trailer. When I click on it, it shows all the trailers. It opens up, shows me all the trailers. When I click on it again, it closes up and doesn't show that. Is there something like that?
Okay. Yes, you can manage to make something like that works. So one way that you can do is, let's say, because in programming, everything that we do is like basically fake the viewer, right? So let's say you have a button that says trader, right? But within this button, you have a recycle view, and you have this recycle view to be shown off, visibility to be gone.
Right. So that's one way.
Yes.
For it to completely disappear. But that animation, when you open it, it just opens from top to down. It shows everything, and then while closing, it closes from bottom up. That kind of animation. Is that also possible?
Yes, you can manage to make some animation like that. And to be honest with you, in terms of animation, there is actually good tutorials and also feedbacks from animation in Android. So what I used to do is, like, whenever I want to do some animation and make the application fancy, I went on Google and I typed down how to make something go from up to bottom. Okay. They show you the XML animation procedure, and you just have to apply that to the specific object.
So Luis, so from this course, so like when you were like seeing all the videos, doing those exercises, so what I found is like. So while I'm doing all that, I don't remember every single thing right away. So like I'm learning all those, and while I'm seeing all those videos, doing those exercises, I understand how it's working at the time. But then by the time this assignment, like reaching this assignment, took a long time because there was so much content before reaching this assignment. They were like learning the room database, learning content providers, like so many things you were learning before you reach that. And by the time I reached the assignments, there's so many things that you forget. But the thing is, you forget, but I have the like general idea.
Yes.
but I forget. So like if I want to do the assignment, then I have to refer back to those exercises, and
Yes.
from there, like I see that how that was done. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how it was done, and then I apply that, apply
Yes.
those things.
And I will be honest with you, Taimoor. I actually did exactly the same thing because in this short amount of time, you won't have too much content in your brain. You get to be a better developer as well as you being developing your own specific applications on your own personal time. So let's say, all right, we have all of this documentation and all of these tutorials that we are getting from the videos, right? So you probably will understand watching the video, but when it comes to writing the code, it's gonna be tough unless you do more than one time, right?
Right. Yeah.
So even if you finish the nano degree, you are still going to get back to all of this specific education to accomplish certain tasks, right? So let's say the content providers. Well, there is going to be a lot of. For when I was taking it, when I was going over this education, I didn't understand about the content providers. I thought that content providers only work with local databases, but if you actually think about it, when you specify content provider, you can make it export to be true. So somebody else outside of your application will get access to your local database. And I didn't even know that. And I learned it because I was trying to accomplish one task and I was searching in the internet and I find out. But yeah, it's great. One thing that I can say is that like keep looking at the videos. Whenever there is like a programming task, try to do it. And you know, they always
for me, like the doing these projects is the best part. That's where I enjoy the most because I'm actually building something myself.
Yes.
So this is the part that I like the most.
And it's great because they provide the solution for you. So when you think you finish, you just compare your solution with the solution they already have in the GitHub repository. Because when they give you the projects, they also say that is the solution over here. So you have to compare. Yeah, they do.
Really? Well, I didn't know we get the solutions too. I didn't know.
Yes, because when they give you the projects, let's say when you going with the lecture, they have some tools.
Okay. Yeah, that the solution for the exercises, right?
Yes, for the exercises.
Okay. Yeah.
The only solution you will never get is the solution for your own personal project. For instance, like the popular movie, the baking app, the Grado fundamentals for the bigger, build it bigger, your app material. You will never get this specific information from you last week. But it's great that you already have, because they provide to you all the information you will need to complete that in the lectures.
Yeah, the way I'm taking this course is like having the means, so like having the general idea of what the different things are, what are the possible things that you can use in different situations, and then having the means to figure out, so by referring to the past exercises, by referring to the videos, how to actually apply those in your work. So that's kind of the way that I'm taking it. So like say I wanna build for example, in this assignment, so next step for me would be after the trailer is done, reviews are done, then setting up the database and the favorites. So right now, if I think about it, I forgot like what's the syntax, how all that works. So I'm going to refer back to the video and then to the exercise to figure things out and apply those.
Okay. So let's say something. So let's say you will be working in the task where you want to add a favorite movie in that, right?
Right.
So let's say you already set up the room database to work with the popular movies.
Oh, not yet.
Okay. So let's say if you use content provider or rooms, whichever you decide, it's great to create a table for the movies and create another table for the movie details. And you can have a relationship between this specific database. One is maybe with the movie ID because it's coming from the database. But for the detailed table, you will have another tuple, which is going to be another column that says favor. And you can just set 1 or 0.
Yeah, exactly, like a Boolean, exactly.
Yes. So let's say if you have a button inside your detail activity, and this button is clicked. So When the button is clicked, you update the database item and you set it to 1.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, exactly.
and that's yes. That way you're going to show. Yes.
Exactly. And just save like the favorite movies in the database and not saving the non-favorite movies. That's the feeling that I got.
Yeah, like pretty much you can accomplish this. I don't know if it's actually something that can be done also with content provider with preference in Android, but they want you to use the database instead.
The database, exactly.
So and, it's up to you.
You know the room database, is it only for local database, or is that something that it can be?
I believe that room database also works for the outside.
The cloud?
Yeah, on the cloud.
With the cloud as well?
Yes, okay. I believe that there is a way that you can export some endpoints so that you can get access to the database outside of your app. When I did this Android nano degree, I worked more with content providers. And you know, because the content provider has a cursor loader and the cursor knows when to actually show data or not. So that's what I work with. But Rooms is also similar because I have worked with Retrosfeed, and Retrosfeed is kind of a room related. It's kind of the same mechanism, but Room is a database and Retrosfeed is an endpoint. But yes, if you have questions to this project, just feel free to ask me, and I will be honest to give you the help and directions so that we can accomplish these tasks together.
Sounds good. Perfect. Thanks, Luis.
Yeah, yes, definitely. And Taimoor, for this nano degree, we always ask the mentees to give us a feedback with respect to how they did it. So it's fine for me to go on with the feedback so that you can tell me some of the questions they asked me to ask you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so there is I'm gonna share my screen so you can take a look at what I actually stating.
Sure.
Just let me know if you see the screen.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so basically this is something that I have to go with every mentee, and we have to go over with the specific information of the nano degree. So first, we're gonna have the email address of the mentee. What is the email address that they can reach you? Or
that's TAIMOOR _ NA, so N for Nancy, JAM for Mary, at yahoo.com.
At Yahoo, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. The day is actually the 10th of 10/16/2019. I'm gonna have that later on. This is student email.
Well, Luis, what's the time for you right now?
Oh, I am actually in New York. It's 9:19 p.m.
Oh, same as me. Okay, good. I'm in Toronto.
Oh, wow. This is great. So we're part of the New York. So basically, I have this question for you, Taimoor. How is your progress coming along in the program?
So right now, I would say that I'm way behind the timeline. Yeah. I'm behind the timeline. Yeah.
Okay. Are there changes we should make in your learning plan for the next week to help you be on track?
No, not that you can make. It's for me personally. So I just need to make sure that I spend more time on it.
Perfect. Perfect. So what can I help you with today?
Yeah, so today it was great. So we already went over
Everything was
Went well.
perfect.
Yeah.
No question till, let's say, no question till
Till next time.
till next time. Or tomorrow. Do you feel like you can move forward now with this in this place where you were feeling challenged?
No, I can move forward. As long as I'm spending time, I can keep moving forward.
So basically optional, this is optional. Here's what I will follow up on to get back to you. So pretty much we already have set up the specific link here so that we can keep track of everything that is happening. This Google Sheet is going to be updated by other mentees as well. I believe
Okay,
we are like around, yeah, we are like around 20. And we're going to be keeping, I'm going to be keeping track of everything that is going on within everybody's problem so that I make sure that by December, you get your nano degree completed and you can move on to your future projects.
That sounds good. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, so this is everything I have for you today. And
yeah, that sounds great, Luis. Thank you very much for making the time to talk to me.
No, thank you. Thank you for spending your time because and getting these minutes to talk to me and working something out. And I just encourage you every day to keep working as you are.
Sounds good. Will do. Thanks, Luis.
Okay, Taimoor, this was a great conversation today.
Yeah, same. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, Luis.